1,600 Old Gods. Musashi noticed Hideya Yukita rendezvous with several Christian samurai. He's going to the shrine and the invaders. Lord Yukita, I am coming to lend you support no matter who your opponent. Musashi felt a great burden of pressure. It's like someone is standing on my chest. Onikage exited the Mikashi. He looks like a normal guy, maybe even paler than Kojiro. Is he a resurrection too? That giant ape of a man must be the late Taiko. I imagine the other guy in front of the Mikashi, black sinister armor and a 7-branched sword covered in purple fire, that's the Demon King. This battlefield just got some powerful arrivals. Perhaps the strongest in history. But that white guy, he's on a whole other level. I will cut down any I cross paths with. I will be invincible and I'll save Lord Yukita from any danger. Terasawa, I will protect our lord. Musashi continued to the epicenter, when suddenly a ball of molten rock crashed into the ground in front of him. What was that? Maybe a cannonball. A large man jumped down from a ledge behind Musashi. Yoshitsune. No, but the resemblance is there. Musashi turned around to see a hulking mountain of a man, with hot lava dripping from his gauntlets. This is the first Izanagi user. Kayamori Taira. I'll have to defeat him to help Lord Yukita, but he is one of the strongest to ever live. If I slip up, he will surely kill me. Musashi adopted a fighting stance. Kayamori's body automatically assumed an attack stance. Damn that Onikage. He is much more adept at resurrection magic than that accursed monk. I feel I have been granted much more of my power than last time too. I'm going to fight this boy. My body is overwhelmed by the compulsion to fight the living. Damn it all. Onikage, can man not even find relief from your tyrannical power even in death? Perhaps it was my fault for stealing Onikage from the shrine, it was all for nothing anyway. Perhaps I should have chosen a different path. Kayamori threw a punch and Musashi jumped out of the way. He drew his swords. Muramasa, Masamune trance. His blades glowed with a brilliant red and cool blue light respectively. Kayamori remembered Yoshitsune's Izanagi trance. Light swords, it's almost as if Yoshitsune has returned. I'm going to enjoy this battle even if I don't have a choice. Wait a second, the green ghost skull can help me see Ki and he has a third Onika. Who in the hell is this kid? Kayamori lunged at Musashi with a lava punch. Musashi pointed his Masamune at Kayamori's massive fist. Mizubune. An orb of water jettisoned from the sword and extinguished the molten lava, cooling it. But the punch continued. Musashi braced with his swords. But the force of the stone fist pushed him back and injured his left wrist. You're lucky boy, normal blades would have shattered and you'd be dead. I see that attack exhausted your water coating on your blade. That's an unrefined technique boy. I assume you can do the same with the fire blade. It won't do anything but strengthen my assault. If you have a plan with your third Onika, now is the time. Musashi was stressed out. Mizubune didn't do much and he's right. Masamune's water would have been helpful. He referenced my third Onika, how did he? It's useless anyway. I neglected training with Tengu to perfect Mizubune and Tatara. Okay, I have a plan. Kayamori lunged at Musashi with another lava punch. Musashi dropped his blades and grabbed Tengu. He then jumped up and swung the ore down with all of his weight and ki. The ore struck Kayamori's fist, then a secondary blast of wind ki forced Kayamori's punch into the ground. But Kayamori's body automatically threw a punch with his other arm. Musashi couldn't defend himself from the massive stone fist coming with skull-smashing and brain-busting speed and power. But before that punch could turn Musashi's head from a solid to a liquid state, a long black sword blade located the border of soft arm just past the stone. With a clean cut, Kayamori's left arm was amputated just before the elbow. Don't get the wrong idea, Musashi. I can't let a dead man kill you. You will be my masterpiece. Kojiro Sasaki had entered the fight. Musashi remembered when he and Kojiro got lost in the woods when he was young. A bear charged at Musashi. He cowered in fear. But when he opened his eyes, Kojiro had shoved his blade in its neck. Benasuke, you idiot. How do you ever intend to surpass me or sensei if you're so scared of death? No matter how big or strong it is, my blade can kill it. This was just like old times. But Musashi knew Kojiro was still his enemy and he would die by his own hand. In the meantime, Hideya Yukita and the other Christian samurai challenged Onigage, and they were all blessed with the power of kamikaze. This was just the edge they needed to challenge Onigage. The burned man had noticed a presence on the battlefield. Strange, who could possibly? Kayamori launched a wave of lava at Kojiro and Musashi. Kojiro placed portals underneath them, with opposite portals high above Kayamori. Musashi wasn't prepared, so he fell hard to the ground. Kojiro, however, succeeded and removed the remainder of Kayamori's left arm at the elbow. It's a shame you corpses bleed sand. I can't call cutting you art, you've already been painted. Kayamori lunged at him and Kojiro dodged. He then taunted Musashi as he recovered, perhaps I overestimated you. You have to adapt my abilities like you did in our duel. At this point Kayamori's arm was reformed with lava. I didn't know I could do that. I wish I had more time to use Izanami's power. Kojiro looked at Musashi and opened a portal near him. Musashi understood and shot a Mizubun into it. Kojiro opened two small portals, one on either side of Kayamori. The Mizubun was split in half and each half extinguished one of Kayamori's arms. Kojiro then charged at Kayamori and attempted to amputate his right hand. But Kayamori counters with a stone slap from his left arm. Kayamori looked up to see Musashi had used Tengu's power to jettison himself into the air. Musashi then dived down, putting everything he had into one downward strike. Kayamori shot a ball of magma at Musashi. But Kojiro intercepted it with a portal and it shot back into Kayamori's face. Just then Tengu struck him in the back. An air explosion forced Kayamori's body into the ground. Musashi quickly recovered his swords and he and Kojiro charged at the immobilized giant. They were ready to strike the final blow. But in the blink of an eye Kayamori was excavated, Musashi was blasted with a ball of light and Kojiro was kicked in the stomach. All three were sent flying. Musashi was dazed. Now who stands before us? I can't take any more time. I have to help Lord Yukita. Around the time Musashi uttered this phrase, Onigage had penetrated Hideya's chest with his hand.